Hello there. Not much to say, I guess. Ah, there we go. I guess, I don't know. I do not know what is going to, I don't understand why people don't, Oh, well, and people get so offended and blah, 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 just very sad that people are just trying to lead you away from who Yeshua actually is. Jesus, as a lot of people call him. I guess most people call him Jesus. But anyway, Yeshua would be the Hebrew name. So anyway, so I'm trying to use that mostly, I guess. It depends in regards to the situation, because of course Jesus is, usually the thing that people know who you're talking about. Of course, there's a lot of versions out there, right? Yeah. So I'm just testing some of the settings here, like 15. It's still uploading a huge amount. It's a little weird because, I had some other settings where I just was not actually uploading that much, and now I've set up, taking the settings really down. So not sure why it's uploading so much. I can see it up in the top right corner. In the settings here, you have the settings in here, and I've set it on 5 megabit maybe per second. In regards to video quality, and just in the middle. It could go lower. I'm not sure how much in regards to the megabit and megabyte and all that. It doesn't make it easy in regards to, then you have kilobyte or megabyte, then you have megabit and whatever. So I put it down to 15 frames per second. So I would guess it would not be that high, but in regards of uploading speed. But as I can see, it's according to this thing, it seems to be pretty high, apparently. Let's see on YouTube if this is so I've been taking some of the we have some of from Melito. In regards, let's just, I guess, read some of that, and maybe I can actually go into my Facebook instead. Let's see. Oh, there we go. See if it. See if we go there. And sadly, I still have issues in regards of my, dry skin underneath my beard. So I'm thinking of actually taking it off, but I really like it. But it's, it's, I still have issues in regards of, the head and the skin, It's all, this is very sad, And the easy solution is just to chop it off, simply. Yeah, I'm not sure chopping, but, take it off. It's kind of fun, when you have a, and the wind blows in the beard and all that. It's pretty nice, Any case, here we have in regards of, the Christians running back to the Antichrist. I know, it seems Christians don't know who the Antichrist is anymore, and the man of 666 and all that is just very sad. To have confirmed and professing Christians running back to the Antichrist and man of the number 666 speak volumes. Apparently people don't know the Bible anymore. Even proclaimed Protestants who should know better from the history of protesting. Sadly, might rather be called papist and Romanist these days. Scripture won't change just because the people losing up on what is written down falling back onto their soup of puke while they urinate through their pants and stinking crap filling their underwear, neither will the atrocities in history be removed, even if erased from memory of most people, as their lack of truth-seeking is non-existing. Yeah. It's just very sad. Yeah, here we have, I guess 2 of the most important truths in this world, that you will find if you read the Bible and study it and all that. Yeshua is the Son of God and God in flesh. The so-called Pope is the Antichrist and man of 666. That would be, I guess, 2 of the most important revelations, I guess, in the Bible. At least they are very important, because now the Christians that should know these things are running back to the Antichrist. It's just, yeah, Satan deceives the whole world, it's very sad. Very, very sad. Anyway, here we have, this is from Brother Melito from Asia Minor, 2nd century. And sadly, we lost a lot of his writings. Sometimes things comes up and all that. And I think we can thank Rome for pretty much not having his stuff anymore. But anyway, you never know what comes forward. And now, of course, Facebook tries to get me to install their spyware, right? Yeah. Get away from me. And then they would say, oh, it's running a little slow. You have to install our program. Oh, yeah, it would be a good idea to install our program, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So anyway, on faith. And so this is a guy from Asia Minor. That's the area. Actually, he lived in Sardis, which is one of the congregations that Yeshua was writing to in regard to the book of Revelation. Holding, so it doesn't seem to be working out for me. That's not good. It's not really usable if I can't record. Again, that's, the updates all the time of these programs and this and that, and, having who knows if YouTube have a filter, it wouldn't be a surprise that they go through in regards to the data and just, begins to close things down when you have some things and... Yep, well, we are live. I do wonder in regards of then the last of the recording, if that is still, going to be in it. I haven't really checked that's the thing, I guess you don't have much control when this is live. Actually, it did look pretty good in regards of even being, 15 frames. It's a little bad quality now in regards of... Let's go, but still, yeah. It might only be 15 frames, but it seems like... It's a little slow to actually... Let's see, there we are. There we go. Yeah, 15 frames looks pretty good, it's not bad. Again, I'm still not sure why it's using so much upload. When I pretty much have taken down the settings and the video quality of, and yeah, there's still, Oh well. Oh yeah, that was in regards of Christian. I guess it seems like it has a way of stopping when I'm talking about things like the Antichrist and all that, who knows, might be just Satan behind, who knows, In any case, let's see if we can get back to it. I have a couple of times where it just stops working, and it seems weird that it was just, in any case, Anyway, on faith from Brother Melito, 2nd century Asia Minor. And, it seems to be, when you're speaking about Rome and all that, the whole Revelation and the Antichrist being the so-called Pope, the man of 666 and the Antichrist. And it just seems to just, stop. So on faith, we have collected together extracts from the law and the prophets relating to those things which have been declared concerning our Lord Jesus Christ, that we may prove to you, love, that this being is perfect reason, the word of God, he who was begotten before the light, he who is creator together with the Father. He who is the fashioner of man, he who is all in all, he who among the patriarchs is patriarch, he who in the law is the law, among the priests chief priest, among the kings the ruler, among prophets the prophet, among the angels archangel, in the voice of the preacher the word, among spirits the Spirit, in the Father the Son, in God God, King forever and ever. For this is he who was pilot to Noah. So who was pilot to Noah? Well, Yeshua, according to this. He who was guide to Abraham. Well, that will be a Yeshua again, right? He was bound with Isaac, or Yitzchak. And that was some interesting thing in regards of, I think it was the Hebrew word or something like that, where the ram is, as something in regards of meaning raised up or something like that. I read something that was interesting, because, Yeshua was raised up, right, and all that. So he who was sold with Joseph, he who was captain of the host with Moses. So who was that? According to this, it seems to be Yeshua. He who was the divider of the inheritance with Jesus, the son of Nun, that would be the Yehoshua. He who in David and the prophets, so he who in David, so he, that would be Yeshua, who in David. How did he actually do it by, in David? Well, maybe by the Holy Spirit, Didn't David talk by the Spirit? Yeshua talks about that. David said by the Spirit that, in regards of his son being his Lord, or something. What was it like? Yeshua is talking about this. How can David then, by the Spirit, say, Lord, in regards of the Mashiach, if the Mashiach is David's son? If he is his son, how can David call him Lord? Well, because Yeshua is the son of David, yet he is also God in the flesh, and thereby he is also Lord of David, even if he is from his flesh. In regards of Mary, Mary would be a daughter of David. Anyway, and the prophets announced his own suffering. So he who in David and the prophets announced his own sufferings. So how would he have announced, in regard to, well, it says in the New Testament that the Holy Spirit takes of the sons, and everything that the sons everything that the Father has is the sons, and the Holy Spirit takes from what is the sons and proclaim it. Something like that. You can look, I think it's John 13, 14, 15, and 16 and 17. I think that's good chapters. Let's see if I actually have it here. I think it's like chapter 13 to John chapter 13 or something like that. Anyway, read John 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 if you want to know in regards to the where you have a lot of information in regards to the Trinity. And actually it's the Trinity with a twist, because people tend to forget the children of Jehovah. Anyway, that is now in the Son, and the Son is in the Father, and family, I guess, some sense. He who in David and the prophets announced his own sufferings. So he who in David and the prophets, so in the prophets and in David announced his own sufferings. Well, how did they do that? Well, I guess by the Spirit, where the Son is in. But anyway, he who put on the bodily form in the Virgin, he who was born in Bethlehem, he who was wrapped in swaddling clothes in the manger, he who was seen by the shepherds, he who was glorified by the angels, he who was worshipped by the Magi, he who was pointed out by John, he who gathered John, that would be, he was pointed out by John, that would be John the Baptist, as far as I can, collect together in some sense. John was, pointing him out that this is the Lamb of God who takes the sin, take upon himself the sins of the world. He who gathered together the apostles, he who preached the kingdom, he who cured the lame, he who gave light to the blind, he who raised the dead, he who appeared in the temple, he who was not believed on by the people, he who was betrayed by Judas, he who was apprehended by the priest, he who was condemned by Pilate, he who was pierced in the flesh, he who was hanged on the tree, he who was buried in the earth, he who rose from the place of the dead. Oh, he who rose from the place of the dead. Oh, very interesting. That's pretty good. That's Sheol. That's very interesting, But again, he seems to have been very close to the source, Melito. And Melito, seems to have known a lot of things. Very incredible. And sadly, we haven't gotten that much from him. But we have some, and... it's some of it is very interesting. One thing is he's from Asia Minor, again a place where all Asia rejected Paulus. So already there's a pointer, a plus on my side anyway, because I have issues with Paulus. But according to Paulus himself, all Asia left him. That would include Sardis. But as you know, time has a way of, time has a way of working for Satan. If there's no one pulling rope from Satan, or Satan begins to take the rope, and so anyway. So he who was apprehended, so every all Asia, according to Paul, rejected him. So it's an interesting area for sure. And sadly, I would have loved to see more of that. There must have been, much good information that we today pretty much have lost a lot of. But again, we still have a lot of things, it's not like it's, wow, we still have huge amount of documents, but, some of the things where I'm like, oh, I would really, really, really like to read more about that guy, or something, because, I can see that he's, understanding some things, and he's close to the source and all that, and yet, has just been sadly removed somewhat from history. Anyway, some of the things survived, and this is one of them. He who appeared in the temple, he was not believed on by the people. He who was betrayed by Judas. I wonder if I actually... let's go a little back. So he who preached the kingdom, he who cured the lame, he who gave light to the blind, he who raised the dead, he who appeared in the temple, he who was not believed on by the people, he who was betrayed by Judas, he who was apprehended by the priest, he who was condemned by Pilate, he who was pierced in the flesh, he who was hanged on the tree, he who was buried in the earth, he who rose from the place of the dead. That is I think it's very interesting that he actually uses that. And that of course would be from Sheol, and I can't even, typical, it's just typical Facebook and all that you can't even just, that would have been interesting anyway. So, he who rose from the place of the dead, the realm of death, I usually call it. In Hebrew, it's Sheol. In Greek, it's usually translated as Hades. And sadly, we have some issues with these weird doctrines. These doctrines of heaven and hell and all that might have come from pagan traditions. I'm not entirely sure, but the Bible talks about where it seems to me that, as far as I can read from the Bible and the studies, we're sleeping in Sheol. We are sleeping in the, let's see here, what was it called? The place of the dead. When we die, we sleep. Our souls sleep in the realm of death. We're not going up to heaven. We are waiting the resurrection. The first or the second resurrection. I'm still not sure in regards to that. But there's 2 resurrections in the future, and either one of them would be fine. So it's not like, but we have 2 resurrections. And I'm not sure how that will, still researching, It would be nice if more was researching, and anyway, yeah, so anyway. So he who rose from the place of the dead, And then people will say, well, he said to this, guy on the tree or next to him, that he would be in, paradise today, But maybe they put the comma in the wrong place, because if he would have been in paradise that same day, well, where is Yeshua 3 days and 3 nights? Well, he is in Sheol, right? He is in the realm of death. So, it might actually be translated a little different, or put the comma in another place, that I tell you this very day you shall be with me in paradise. Not that I tell you this, I tell you that this very day you shall be with me in paradise. No. I tell you this very day, this day where we are hanging on the tree, that you shall be with me in paradise. Anyway, that's how if you take it in the context and all that, I think that's a translation mistake that, or maybe they do it on purpose, I'm not sure. It's just very sad. Any case, so he who was pierced in the flesh, he was hanged on the tree, he who was buried in the earth, he arose from the place of the dead. I think it's very interesting. I need to take a picture, if it actually is allowed, because if it can. I don't think it's actually, it might actually says it's not saved and all that. It does says being saved, and it does say it has actually saved it. Oh, now it's actually, no, well. Anyway, it's just, interesting. He who rose from the place of the dead. I usually call it the realm of death. Place of the dead, realm of death. Yeah, it seems to be, place of the dead, would be Sheol, in the earth. Not something where we are going up in the heavens. So appeared to the apostles, he who was carried up to heaven, that's after his resurrection. He who is seated at the right hand of the Father, well, that will be the Son, right? Yeshua is sitting at the right hand of the Father, and he is himself God and Savior. God doesn't give his salvation to any other, does he? Nope. So Yeshua has to be God himself. Anyway, he who is the repose of those that are departed. I'm not sure what repose, what is repose meaning? Repose? Repose. Oh, well, let's see. Freedom from activity, work, strain, or responsibility. Not entirely sure. Let's see here. Let's try that. He who is the repose of those that are departed. I guess the rest of those that are departed or something like that. The rest of those that are departed, the recoverer of those that are lost. Yeah, I guess in regards of, he's coming back to raise us up. So, he who is the repose, why use a word that, there's so many words that they just like ease, relaxing, rest, if it means rest, why not just, is it because they're trying to hide something a lot, He who is the rest of those that are departed. It makes, the recoverer of those that are lost, those that are dead, in regards to the first death. But, that's at least that as I can get it. The light of those that are in darkness, the deliverer of those that are captive, the guide of those that go astray. Oh, we have a bug report already, it's just... the guide of those that go astray, the asylum of the afflicted. The bridegroom of the church, the charioteer of the cherubim, the captain of the... Here we go again with the captain. The captain of the angels or the messengers. God who is from God. So God is from God. The Son who is from the Father. Jesus Christ the King forevermore. Amen. You see, the Son is in the Father is in the Son. The Father sent the Son into this world. The Word that was God was made flesh in Mary. By the Holy Spirit made Mary pregnant. The Son was sent from his Father. The Holy Spirit made Mary pregnant. Yeah, just the Son is in the Holy Spirit, and thereby, So let's see here. I have it next one. Let's see if we can get a little bigger. So Brother Melito, 2nd century Asia Minor, West Turkey, on Christ Jesus or Yeshua HaMashiach, Yeshua the Anointed. So let's see what Melito says. I think it's a wonderful place, It would have been, just wonderful. I think this guy would have been wonderful to just, dig into more of his writings. But anyway, he seems to have been a great light at his time. And there was probably more great lights at that point. This is he who took a bodily form in the Virgin and was hanged upon the tree and was buried within the earth and suffered not dissolution. He who rose... Oh, by the way, isn't this... maybe that was the... Where is the... I thought I had something where they were talking about in regards of the law. Let's try to go back. Okay, that was actually from the other one, I think. Did we read that? Let's see here. I think we read the other thing. Oh, I have to be careful of not. Yeah, we reread that. In regards of, we have collected together extracts from the law and the prophets. And we also, interesting enough, Melito also had the collection of scriptures, and he mentioned pretty much every single scripture that is in the Protestant Bible except Esther, the book of Esther. Some believe that it actually was in one of the others, and there is another book that he doesn't mention, but as far as I can see, also proclaimed by, that two of the books was actually collected together. I'm not so sure in regards to the book of Esther, but he doesn't mention it. And, it's not really a big problem for me, seems to be adding anyway. So, Yeah, it's just pretty good for historical purposes, but I think it's adding the festival of Purim, and don't we have enough in regards to the Torah? I think we have enough in regards to the Torah. The why not just do what God says, and pretty much don't all the rest. And I know the so-called sages of the Jews. I know they had issues with the book of Esther in regards of adding Purim. They have some in regards of talking about that here and there. And anyway, so this is he who took a bodily form in the Virgin and was hanged upon the tree and was buried within the earth and suffered not dissolution. He who rose from the place of the dead. Oh, we have it again. The place of the dead. I guess that seems to be very, it's very nice. Place of the dead, realm of the dead. It's, potato, it seems. It seems to be pretty good. And raised up men from the earth, from the grave below, to the height of heaven. This, and I'm not sure, there are some things here and there in regards of resurrection of, I'm still not sure how, they had more information in the past, it seems, the sensor knife of Satan has been out there. Any case. This is the Lamb that was slain. This is the Lamb that opened not his mouth. This is he who was born of Mary, fair sheep of the fold. This is he that was taken from the flock and was led to the slaughter, and was slain in the evening, and was buried at night. He who had no bone of him broken on the tree. And so in regards to the Passover lamb, when you eat the Passover lamb, you're not allowed to break any bones. He who suffered not dissolution within the earth, he who rose from the place of the dead and raised up the race of Adam from the grave below. That's interesting. It would be interesting to see what word is used from whatever they translate from. But anyway, and raised up the race of Adam from the grave below. I guess, that must probably mean Sheol or Hades, Sheol in Hebrew and Hades in Greek. The realm of death, or what was it he called it? He called it the... Oh, yeah, he's talking about the grave below to the height of heaven. Okay, what is place of the dead? So this place of the dead exists, and it still exists, and this place of the dead will be cast into the lake of fire later on. And that's seemingly people have a way of going wrong in regards to mixing the two. But it's two different things. See here. He who had no bone of him broken on the tree, he who suffered not this, regards to the Jews, they believe in reincarnation and all that. I don't really like, using, but it's bullshit. It's just utter bullshit. Just say it what it is, and I guess this Bulla turd is actually coming from, the Pope's or the Antichrist's bull thing. I think anyway. It makes sense. I haven't confirmed it in any way, but Bulla, when the so-called Pope or the Antichrist writes, and stamp it with a Bulla thing and all that, and just a Bulla turd, that's anyway. And was slain in the evening, and was buried at night, he who had no bone of him broken on the tree, he who suffered not dissolution within the earth, he who rose from the place of the dead. So he rose from the place of the dead, where he was in 3 days and 3 nights. And we have another problem with our traditions in regards to Friday and Sunday and all that. Do you get 3 days and 3 nights? Well, if you ask one, these guys, standing in the podium having a long education, which apparently makes them not able to count to 3, but, But anyway, they will give you this, it's the Jewish way of counting and blah, 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 blah. Well, then try to go the other way around and you hit the problem as well. you see something is terrible wrong with these traditions. So if you go the other way around, well, you have a problem because you're missing a day. If you say it's Palm Sunday and you come from Palm Sunday, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, well, which day do you get to? Thursday. Or if you take it from Friday and go backward, you get to Monday, So you have a big problem there. So that doesn't add up either. Yeah, so either way, if you go one direction or the other direction and all that, it just doesn't work. Anyway, I don't think he was executed on a Friday. It was in regards to the Roman time zone, it was a Wednesday. And many people that actually have researched this pretty much agree with me on that. And you can find a lot of people doing research trying to collect the puzzle pieces. And it seems to be adding up in Wednesday. Then you can have 3 days and 3 nights as said by Yeshua. And if you just, begin to investigate, and take it backward and this and that and all that and push, and make, for example, in the background, I have, probably can't see it, but on this over there, yeah, exactly there, and it going this way, yep. You have all the days from, I guess I actually had this years now because it's years ago. I actually researched it and tried to getting deeper into it. Anyway, because we don't want lies, do we? Huh? And nice teeth, huh? Still pretty nice. Yeah, yeah, still pretty. Yeah, yeah. I think they're still pretty good. Yeah, anyway, suffer not disillusion when the earth. He arose from the place of death and raised up the race of Adam from the grave below. You never know when you lose your teeth, right? So you have to be, there they are. Anyway, and raised up the race of Adam from the grave below. Yep. So this is he who was put to death. And where was he put to death? In the midst of Jerusalem. By whom? By Israel. Became he cured their because I guess it has to be because he cured their lame and cleansed their lepers and gave light to their blind and raised their dead. And this was the cause of his death. Thou Israel wast vast giving commands, and he was being crucified. Thou wast rejoicing, and he was being buried. Thou wast reclining on a soft couch, and he was watching in the grave and the shroud. O Israel, that's interesting in regards to the shroud. He's mentioning the shroud. Interesting. Anyway, O Israel, transgressor of the law, why hast thou committed this new iniquity? Subjecting the law to new sufferings, thine own Lord. Him who fashioned thee, him who made thee. Now, just hold on, Him who fashioned thee, him who made thee. Wasn't that God that fashioned Israel and made him and all that? And yet, seemingly, he proclaims this to Yeshua. Him who honored thee, who called thee Israel. Who called Israel Israel? I guess Jacob got the name from the man or the angel, which apparently also was God, that Jacob wrestled with. And there's some in regards, let's see if I actually have that. I think I had some small minor thing in regards to where one can check that. That is okay, let's see here. Genesis 32, 22 to 32 or something like that in that area. And then you have an interesting reference as well in Hosea 12:4. And if I remember correctly, if I, from the studies, it's like both calling man, messenger, and God in regards of wrestling with, this angel, which, as I understand it, also was God, which also was a man. You can. Okay, let's see here. In Genesis narrative, Jacob spent the night alone on the riverside doing his journeys back to Canaan. He encounters a man who proceeds to wrestle with him until daybreak. In the end, Jacob is given the name Yisrael and blessed, while the man refuses to give his own name. Jacob then names the place where they wrestled Penuel, which is like, they have two translations in regards of face of God or facing God. I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't have the thing at the... But anyway, you have El at least, that's God. I'm not sure if it's Penu is a short form or something like that, of face. It would be interesting to see in my Bible program, of course. Let's just have a look. Yeah, my mobile doesn't really have it really good, It's just a lot of crashes and this and that, and not much space either. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if we can go back here. And we need to go to Genesis what? I'm not sure actually if Penuel is that found in Genesis. Might find be Genesis. So much. See here. Okay, and let's take the King James version, the good old King James. Let's see here. What do we have? And here we are, by the way, we see messengers, which is malak, which is the same word used for, I think they should be consistent in regards to translation. And the King James Version has a lot of, a lot of translations are not consistent in regards to translating Hebrew words and so forth. That's right. Anyway, let's see here. We're going a little down here. Oh, here we have, and as he passed over Penuel, let's see here, Penuel. So what is his origin? The origin is 6,004. Pana. That means more to turn or look. To turn and look, to look back, to turn toward or from away. Okay. Well, not sure about that, but I guess 410 should be God, El. So we have Penuel. Yeah, not sure how that fixes out, but from the context, it's, as far as I remember it, you have both the messenger, it's God, and it's a man. Now, of course, it's, and he said, let's see here, okay, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled, let's see what the Hebrew word is, grabble, get dusty, be dust, wrestled, okay, that seems pretty, okay, wrestled a man, it's a man, it's an ish, that we have the word ish, okay, and a man, with him until breaking of the day. So it's a man, right? But it's God. Anyway, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. And in regards of the context of this, you need to have some background or something like that, when you're reading it, because, as I understand it, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. As I understand it, must be, Jacob, that is, is the thigh is getting, out of joint. And then he says, this must be the man wrestling with Jacob, I think. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And then Jacob says, I think it must be, I will not let thee go except thou bless me, because Jacob wants to be blessed. Now, of course, yeah, okay, yes. And he said unto him, and so this would be the messenger or God, or the man. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob, Yaakov in Hebrew, Yaakov. And he said, that would be the messenger or the man or God, and he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Yisrael. So he renames him. God prevails. Apparently, Yisrael. I do wonder what. Let's see here. 8,200 Sarah. Content have power. Content persist. I'm not so sure about that. How that works out. Anyway. For as a prince hast thou power with God, and power with God. Elohim, actually plural form. And with men, and has prevailed. And we of course know in regards of Jacob, he has this messenger following him and protecting him and going in front of him and so forward. And he sees this messenger or God standing on top of the ladder and so forward. So I guess it could be the same that he's struggling with at this point. Anyway, just trying to collect the pieces. And Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. So he's asking for his name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? After he blessed him there. And Yaakov called the name of the place Peniel. What he said, for I have seen God face to face. He just said he saw God face to face, right? So he saw the gods, actually plural, and faces, that's also plural to faces. Now, I might be wrong, but, in regards to the faces, you have the body and the soul that might be accounted to two faces in some sense. I don't know. But at least it is plural in the Hebrew. We know Elohim is plural as well. Anyway, and my life is preserved. It seems he's a little, he seems to be a little surprised, like, other places in the Bible, where they say, oh, and, we've seen God and all that, and they, and he's like, and my life is preserved, I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved, Might have been the God man that he was struggling with. Anyway. And as he passed over Penuel, the sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. I guess he still have halted to limp, halted upon his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel eat not the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh in the sinew and shrank, the vein. Anyway, so when you then compare this to Hosea, then you get some more details, some fruity details. Hosea 12:4. Maybe I need a break from all this, because my brain seems to be kind of, it seems to have kind of problems. I'm having these, what shall we say, the dialogues or debates, it tend to wear you out in some sense. And most, it's just, anyway, Jehovah had also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways, according to his doing will he recompense him. And that could also be in regards of the land of, the children of Yaakov, which would be the Jews. Or actually, not only the Jews, but, later on you have different tribes, so it would be all the tribes, of course, all the children of Yaakov, and it always goes through the man, I don't know, in regards to, we have problems finding out who's a Danish, who is this, and that and all that. But according to the Bible, it goes through the man. The world has these weird doctrines of, if I'm not sure how totally it's, but it seems like if I have a woman or something like that and I'm overseas or whatever, the child doesn't become Danish. Yet if I'm the man and as far as I can see from the Bible, if I go to, let's say I go to Saudi Arabia, I probably would be killed pretty fast in Saudi Arabia. But anyway, I'll go to Saudi Arabia, find me a woman, and she has my child. Well, that child would actually be Danish. Well, why? Well, because I'm Danish. In regards of, I'm from, what shall we say, the tribe of, whatever, Danish way. Yeah, I have to be careful in regards to that, in regards of going in. But, you get the sense of, hopefully, there's the same thing in regards to the old days in the Bible. If you had two tribes, one from Yehuda and one from Dan or whatever, and Yehuda is the man, and he gets a woman from Dan. The man is from Yehuda and the woman is from Dan, and then the children will be from Yehuda. The woman will still be from Dan, but her children will not. So anyway, he had power over the angel and prevailed. Here we go. He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God. He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength, physical strength, he had power, content. We have the Sarah. That we have the Sarah in regards of Israel. Was the same thing in regards of Israel, right? I'm not sure how that mixes out in the Hebrew, but I think it was the same word they actually, so it seems like from here, it seems like it must be in regards of this fight. And by his strength, he had power with God. God is again plural. So we have Sarah, and that's where, let's see, yea, he had power. So who he had power over? To be or act as prince, rule, content, have power, prevailed over. So he prevailed over the angel, which is Malak. So this was a messenger. Well, this messenger seems to have been God as well, and man, right? Because it was a man that he struggled with or wrestled with. And prevailed, so he prevailed over this God-man. He wept, so apparently he wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel. Bethel. And I think he found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us. Now the question is, how is this going to be understood in regards of us? Is it in regards of us, or is it in regards of us, Jehovah? But it's a little hard to actually see, in regards of it. But yea, he had power over the angel or the Malach, and prevailed. So prevailed over this man that he struggled with. As we know, it's a man. He wept and made supplication unto him. He must have, it must be Yaakov that weeps to the guy. I would, to the man, the God man. He found him in Bethel. And in regards to Bethel, if I remember correctly, that's the place where he's, he has this dream as well, if I remember correctly. But, you have to put all the puzzle pieces together. It's great, it's wonderful to read and put the puzzle pieces together. But you see this, where this angel, this messenger is helping him, and even Yaakov in the last part of Genesis is blessing the lads of Joseph by this messenger. Why would he bless, the lads by this messenger? This messenger that, protected him and helped him and so forward. It's just, he's always with him, you just see it in the, underneath the surface in some sense. You might not really realize it, but as you dig into it, you see that this angel is actually, with him. So yea, he had power over the angel and prevailed. He wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us. And then it says, even Jehovah, and the plural form of God, the gods of host. And in regards of host, I think it's about Israel, but it's still something it seems to be, Israel that is usually the host of Jehovah. Jehovah is his memorial. Again, if I could read Hebrew, there's probably a lot of goodies in there. But I guess that has to, wait, even Jehovah, God of hosts, Jehovah is his memorial, I'm not sure about that, remembrance, okay. So, unto him he found him in Bethel. Again, Bethel is the place where, where Jacob, I think he's actually renaming it the place, because he see this ladder where God is standing on top of this ladder and all that. And of course, then this angel talks about it is actually him that, that he saw and something. You collect the puzzle pieces here and there, and, you see interesting things, you string the things here and there and all that. He wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us. If you have, and then it says, even Jehovah, the gods of hosts, the Jehovah is his memorial. It's I think in regards of us, that might actually be in regards of, the gods, Jehovah, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Therefore turn thou to thy God. Again, this is the plural form again. Keep mercy and judgment, and wait on thy gods. Again, plural. Continually. He is a merchant, the balances of deceit are in his hand, he loveth to oppress. I'm not sure. Oppress, violate, defraud, do violence. He is a merchant. Why is it like Canaan? The balances of deceit are in his hand. Not sure what's going on. In his hand, he loveth to oppress. That seems a little weird. But anyway, and Ephraim, then we could of course look in Greek as well. See what the Greek says. Nope, that's not it. Where do we have it? There we go, let's see. As Pharanan in his land, in his hand is a balance of unrighteousness, he has loved to tyrannize. And that seems more understanding. As Pharanan, in regards of the Canaanites, in his hand is a balance of unrighteousness, he has loved to tyrannize. That seems a little more understanding than what the King James Version says. Because he's a merchant, but in regards of Canaan, it even says it's in regards. So I'm not sure why they would translate it as such. Again, these translations are not perfect, and they didn't have the tools that we have today to So it's just. And Ephraim said, yet I am become rich, I have found me out, substance in all my labors, they shall find none iniquity in me that were sin. Anyway, let's see, and I that am Jehovah thy gods, from the land of Egypt will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles, as in the days of the solemn feast. Okay, in the tense, as of the solemn feast, let's see. as in the Moed, the appointed time. Okay. Might be in regards to the festival. I'm not sure. There's a lot of things that. Oh yeah. Let's see here. And Jacob fled into the country of Syria. Let's see what that is actually. Aram. And, it might actually, in regards of Syria, but I still think, translating it into Syria just to give the understanding of our days, yet, I think we should keep to the, Arameans. It's just, or Syrian nation. I do understand, Syrian and all that, but it just seems to be more fair in some sense, I guess, to translate it as Arameans. That is pretty much what it says, isn't it? So anyway, and Jacob fled into the country of Arameans or Aram, and Israel served for a wife, and for a wife he kept sheep. And by a prophet Jehovah brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. I do wonder in regards of, that's Shema. Oh yeah, kept, guarded, protected, guarded, keep, protected. Yeah, that's pretty three words. Anyway, Ephraim provoked him to anger most bitterly. Therefore shall he leave his blood upon him, and his reproach shall his Lord return unto him. Anyway, anyway, let's get back to the other thing. You can do, you can do the research for your, regards of Hosea 12:4 and Genesis 32:22 and around there, Oopsie daisy. Now let's find a little better place to sit down. Oh yeah, there we go. That was a little better to sit down here. So let's see here. And gave light to the blind and raised the dead. This was the cause of his death. Thou, O Israel, wast given commands, and he was being crucified. Thou wast rejoicing, and he was being buried. Thou wast reclining on a soft couch, and he was watching in the grave and the shroud. Interesting that he mentioned the shroud. But anyway, O Israel, transgressor of the law, why hast thou committed this new iniquity, subjecting the Lord to new sufferings? Thine own Lord, him who fashioned thee, him who made thee, him who honored thee, who called thee Israel. And again, that was in regard to who called you Israel. That would be the angel, right? Wasn't it the angel that called Jacob Israel, where he actually got his name Israel from? Anyway, but thou hast not been found to be Israel, for thou hast not seen God, nor understood the Lord. Thou hast not known, O Israel, that this was the firstborn of God. I like he's using, the firstborn, the firstborn. And, because they are children of Jehovah, right? So we have we have Yeshua, which is the firstborn. We also have, the children of God. So, but anyway, it's the twist of the Trinity, You have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and then you have all the children that is now in the Son, who was the firstborn of God, who was begotten before the sun, who, the literal sun, who made the light to shine forth, who lighted up the day, who separated the darkness. Well, if you go to the first chapter of Genesis, this was God. Well, if this is pointed to Yeshua, well, then it's pointed that Yeshua is God. So you see all these things, by just saying that is the guy that, he separated the darkness and all that, and you see God is actually the one separating, well, then it would be equal to Yeshua being God. Who fixed the foundation? Well, who fixed the foundations? who poised the earth. I'm not sure in regards to that. Who collected the ocean? Well, who collected the ocean? Again, God. Who stretched out the firmament? Again, that would be God, right? Stretching out the space of the firmament, which is called the heavens. Who adorned the world. Bitter were thy nails, and sharp, bitter thy tongue, which thou didst with. Bitter was Judas, to whom thou givest hire. Bitter thy false witnesses, whom thou stirrest up. Stirrest up. Bitter thy gall, which thou preparest. Bitter thy vinegar, which thou madest. Bitter thy hands filled with blood. Thou slewest thy Lord. Who is the Lord? Well, who is the Lord of Israel? Who was the Lord that led them out of Egypt? Who was the Lord that helped Jacob, that came to Abraham, that came to Yitzchak, that came to Moses? And, who was that God, It is interesting as well in the New Testament, because Yeshua talks about no one has heard the Father and no one has seen the Father but the Son. If that is true, that no one has ever heard the Father or seen him, well, who did they then hear in regards of the Old Testament, so-called Old Testament, in the Torah? Who did they hear when they heard God speak? Well, if Yeshua is saying that no one has heard the Father but him, well, it must have been Yeshua speaking at that point. And if it was the Son speaking, it would have been him giving the commandments, the 10 commandments, right? I'm still researching some of it here and there and all that, but then if that is true, it would, most likely be him who wrote the 10 commandments in stone, right? With his finger. Anyway, which thou preparest, bitter thy vinegar, which thou madest, bitter thy hands filled with blood. Thou slewest thy Lord, and he was lifted up upon the tree. And an inscription was fixed above to show who he was that was slain. Yeah, the King of the Jews, right? The King of the Jews. And who was this? Question marks. That which we shall not say is too shocking to hear, and that which we shall say is very dreadful. Nevertheless, hearken and tremble. So let's see who this guy that the Jews executed was. It was he because of whom the earth quaked. He that hung up the earth in space was himself hanged up. So he who hangs the earth in space, and by the way, remember this is actually written in the 2nd century, so it's just very interesting. But anyway, he that hung up the earth in space was himself hanged up. He that fixed the heavens was fixed with nails. He that bore up the earth was borne up on a tree. The Lord of all was subjected to ignominy in a naked body. God put to death. If people have just missed who Melito is speaking about in regards of, who Yeshua actually is, he pretty much just goes out and just says it. God put to death, And again, people will reject this, People will just, some very dishonest people out there that's just totally blind. The King of Israel slain with Israel's right hand. Alas, for the new wickedness of the new murder, the Lord was exposed with naked body. He was not deemed worthy even of covering, and in order that he might not be seen, the luminaries turned away and the dark became darkened because they slew God. So who did they slew? God. God. You know, it's very sad to see how many people out there that's trying to lie about these things when we have, you know, that's even if we have lost so many documents, there's still a huge amount of material, of course, the Bible itself, that can be studied and find out the same things, you know, as they did in the past, you know. So because they slew God who hung naked on the tree, it was not the body of our Lord that the luminaries covered with darkness when they set, but the eyes of men. For because the people quaked not, the earth quaked. Because they were not affrighted, the earth was affrighted. Thou smotest thy Lord. Thou also hast been smitten upon the earth, and thou indeed liest dead. But he is risen from the place of the dead. I guess in regards, and thou indeed liest dead, I guess must be in regards of Israel. Now, of course, in the 2nd century, it probably is just, you know, after Israel pretty much have, you know, been smashed. In regards to the false Messiah of Bar Kokhba, you know. You know, that didn't, you know, the Jews was wrong once again, you know. It's just, it's very sad. So if they could be wrong about Bar Kokhba, who says they're not wrong about Yeshua, you know? But it doesn't really, they're just stiff-necked, you know. And thou indeed liest dead, but he is risen from the place of the dead. But he is risen from the place of the dead. Again, the realm of death, as far as, you know, but the place of the dead would also work, you know. I think it's actually very interesting that he, you know, he uses some of the same thing that are, you know, just, you know, potato. It's interesting. Place of the dead, and ascended to the height of heaven, having suffered for the sake of those who suffer, and having been bound for the sake of Adam's race, which was imprisoned, and having been judged for the sake of him who was condemned, and having been buried for the sake of him who was buried. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's pretty clear that he's God, but anyway, I think there's a lot of liars out there in regard to who Yeshua is, and yeah, just continues and continues. You get a little, you know, couldn't you guys actually read the Bible before you begin to, you know, it's just, yeah. You know, many of the people promoting, you could probably find a lot of things just by, you know, in regards of Google, who is Yeshua or who is Jesus in regards of, and you can probably find a lot of weird versions and, you know, and this and that and all that. Why not just read the Bible instead of promoting these lies? Regurgitating these lies, you know, that is put forward by people that have no idea in regards to the Bible, just, you know, oh, they have contact with these demons and the demons tell them stuff, and then they think they have a revelation and put it out on the internet, and then people, you know, regurgitating the things and all that, you know. I have no idea in regards of, you know, Christian sources why they use these people that have contact with false, you know, yeah, demons, false, fallen angels, demons, unclean spirits, you know, whatever you want to call them, minions of Satan, spirits of lies, deceptions. Anyway, let's see, who is Jesus? Let's see if we, like, who is Jesus? Actually, maybe we could actually ask Google to see if they are agreeable. Now, that would be interesting. Let's see if we actually can when I'm okay. Hello, Google. Who is Jesus? I don't think it works now. because I'm recording. Now it doesn't really. It uses the microphone already. So let's see. Can we just write maybe to Google and say, who is Jesus? Let's see if it wants to be honest about it. Let's see if Google is a good testimony for who Yeshua is, or if it's just going to promote lies. That would be interesting, right? I've heard something in regards to some of the other technology when you ask who something is and it will not tell you. I saw something in regards to that. But anyway, let's see what Google says. Does it say Jesus is God? The Gospel of Matthew emphasizes that Jesus is the fulfillment of God's will as revealed in the Old Testament, and he is the Lord of the church. Oh, okay, he is the son of David, a king and the Messiah. Luke presents Jesus as the divine human savior who shows compassion to the needy. Well, I guess that's, it's pretty good. At least it's not in regards of all that. Okay, yeah, okay. That's oh, who is Jesus really? Let's see here what they have to say in regards of that. Who is Jesus Christ? Is Yeshua, Hebrew for Jesus, really the promised Messiah of Israel, Hebrew for Christ of the Old Testament? Is Jesus Christ truly the Son of God, literal God himself, the divine living within human flesh? Well, and Jesus himself in the flesh, the Word was made flesh, so the flesh must himself be God. Anyway, so the man is the God man. He is both God and he's man. Where Jesus Christ claims that, literally God himself, the divine living within human flesh. Where Jesus Christ claims that of a liar or lunatic, or is he really Lord of the universe? And it says, that all things that was created through Jesus Christ. See here. Okay, he goes through some of the things. Anyway, do we have in regards of but it seems Google was pretty. It could be a lot worse for sure, but it seems to. Now, of course, you have to be careful in regards to the JWs, the false witnesses, because they will reject that Jesus is God. Interesting, right? They say they are Jehovah's Witnesses, yet they say it, they profess it, yet they deny, Jehovah the Word. It's insanity. It's totally insanity. Oh yeah, we are Jehovah's Witnesses. Yet Jehovah's Witnesses is pretty much on the line of, I guess the Jews. it's because they will try to jump around things as well as the Jews. I guess like everybody, the Mohammedans, the Mormons, the Jews, what is it called? The Jews, the Jehovah's Witnesses, all these groups, just running around the bush instead of just accepting who Yeshua actually is and making up their own false versions of him and all that. And of course, we have the Romanists as well, and they have the cookie version. Now, of course, the Romanists or the Papists, actually, many of them confess Yeshua. The problem with it is that they just forget to tell you that they believe in the cookie Jesus and like a perpetual sacrifice in the whorehouses and so forward. So yeah, it's you're getting a little, you get a little tired of all these, all these deceptions and lies that are out there. It's not helping, that's for sure. It's not, yeah, it's Oh, it's just sad. Here we have who is Jesus? Who is Jesus Christ? Great mystery finally revealed in the last days through Elijah. Malachi 4:5. Learn who was. Anyway, it's, if you just read the Bible, you should at some point it should strike you, if you are just honest reading the Bible and don't listen to anyone and all that, and if you just continue to read the Bible, at some point it should hit you that Yeshua is God. Anyway, when people say, oh, we can't understand this and that and all that, well, if that is your viewpoint from the beginning, not to understand, that you can't understand it, well, that's the wrong way of going at it, I think. I was also at this meeting at some point last week or something like that. I think it was, before the last Sabbath, and some of the things was, but other things was just horrible. How they tried, where they tried to make God into a woman, man, whatever. It's just they had weird things. Now, of course, you could buy their books and all that at this place, but I guess I'll just, if I ever want to look into some more of the ideas, that I can, get it at a, library, I guess, if I, at some point. But, just read the Bible, and, that's, instead of all these second-hand things, Of course, it's not to say that one cannot use second-hand things, just, but, just go directly to the source. It's, you can't go wrong with the direct source, I guess, it's the same thing in regards of movies or whatever. In regards to the Bible, they take these freedoms, They just take a lot of freedoms. And, I haven't really, there's, in some sense, only 3 movies that I have liked where they, keep it to the Bible, in regards to biblical, and yet, the more you get into the Bible, the more issues you begin to find with the movies. But there are 3 that are, pretty good. That goes by the Bible, and just might not be using the, I can't remember what version. I think one of them is using the NIV, and the other version use some other version that's, I'm not sure if that is really popular. But in any case, they are following the Bible, these, at least that's pretty good. Because most of these movies out there are totally taking things out of, some of them are really, 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 really taking some freedoms for sure. All of them are. But some of them are really taking some huge, just, so the best thing you could do, even if you're reading a bad translated version, that would seemingly be better than going for some of these movies. And the problem with these distortions of these movies is then that, people that haven't read the Bible just takes it and run with it as usually. So I was actually thinking of doing some Greek or some Hebrew or something like that. I would like to get finished with some of these games in some sense, so I can just delete them. I actually have finished God's Greek and God's Hebrew, but I was thinking of doing once again and then throwing them out. There's still a lot of the words I can't remember, and again, it's just practice, practice, right?
Erev Tov.
Okay, Erev Tov. So it says, good evening. This is one of the programs. Just warming up, you see more options as your knowledge of this word increases. So Erev Tov would be good evening, yes. You have erev, and then you have tov. Tov is good.
Lo.
Lo is no. So yeah, apparently you get 20%. I think I'm starting from the very beginning here. Toda rabah. Usually you would actually have a H in, but anyway, thank you very much. Yeps. Let's see if we can actually get a little more. Maybe I can turn it around. Can it actually turn around? Nope. Doesn't really turn around here. Anyway, let's set me down here. Let's see, toda rabah.
Raksnia.
Raksnia. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I guess that will come more down here. And
Lo.
Lo is no. So we get 20%. Okay.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov, Erev Tov, good evening.
Boker
Boker Tov, good morning. Let's see, there we go. Yes.
Laila Tov.
Laila Tov, maybe a little, but yeah, there we go. Laila Tov is good night. So Laila, you have Laila here, and then you have Tov.
Ani.
Ani, that's me. I.
Shalom.
Shalom, that could be peace, hello, bye. It's used for
Raksnia.
Raksnia. That's a good question. Raksnia. I think I was wait a minute, right? Raksnia. Yeah, at some point I hope I can just speak sentences, it's just, it would be cool.
Toda rabah.
Toda rabah. Thank you very much.
Boker Tov.
Boker Tov, that is good morning. Oh, 60%.
Toda rabah.
Toda rabah. Thank you very much. And we'll just put this a little, now there's more options now.
Lo.
Lo, it's no.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov, that is good evening, yeah.
Raksnia.
Raksnia, that I need to, no, wait a minute. Raksnia. Snia. Okay. Okay.
Laila Tov.
Laila Tov.
Ken.
Ken, that's yes.
Alo Devar.
Alo davar. You are welcome. Okay. Alo davar.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov.
Lo. Alo Devar.
Alo davar. Oh. That's a good question. Alo davar. I think it's you are welcome. Alo davar. Ooh. Alo davar.
Ken.
Ken, that's yes.
Raksnia.
Raksnia. Wait a minute. Raksnia.
Shalom.
Shalom. Hello.
Ma.
Ma.
Ken.
Yes. There we go. So that is toda rabah. Thank you very much. Toda rabah.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov. No, my bad. Sorry, I was a little too quick on that. Of course, it's not good night. It's good evening.
Laila Tov.
Laila Tov. Good night. There we go.
Ani.
I.
Alo Devar.
Actually, there is also, I think there's another one in regards of something, anaknu or something like that. Maybe it's we, but I think there was some other form of I. Alo davar. What was the alo? You are welcome, I think. Alo davar. You are welcome.
Ma.
What? Ma. Oh, mama.
Ken.
Ken, that's yes.
Erev Tov.
Erev Tov.
Ma.
What? Ma. What?
Laila Tov.
Laila Tov. Oh.
Alo Devar.
Alo davar. You're welcome. Alo davar. Boker Tov. Good morning. Boker is morning. Tov is good. So we have Boker Tov. Thank you very much. Oh. Uh-oh. That would probably be Toda Rabba. Yes, Toda Rabba. Oh, it's turning it around here. Ani, I. Lo, 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 ani, I. Dum.
בואי נלך.
Boi nelech. Let's go. Okay, that's to female. And that's the thing. They have the female thing and the man thing, and so. Boi nelech. Boi nelech.
מה שלומך?
Ma shlomech. How are you? To female. Ma shlomech.
בואי נלך.
Boi nelech. Let's go. I think to female. Yep. Woohoo! 20.
רק שנייה.
רק שנייה. What is רק שנייה? רק שנייה. Nice to meet you. No. I'm just looking. Nice to meet you. Wait a moment. I think it was רק שנייה. Woohoo! 100%. But you tend to forget things if you don't, but
בוא נלך.
every time you let's go to male. Bo nelech. Every time you learn, you do some game or something like that.
מה שלומך?
It's the same language, so you still, even if you, So how are you to woman? Ma shlomech. Ani. Shalom.
מה?
Woma. Bogato.
מה שלומך?
Maslomcha, how are you to male? Maslomcha. Can't even remember what the difference was in regards to female and.
ערב טוב.
Anyway, Erev Tov.
מה נשמע?
Manishma, what's up? Manishma, what's up?
אני בסדר.
Ani beseda, I'm fine.
מה נשמע?
Manishma, how are you? Uh-oh. Money, okay, ma, what? Okay, Manishma, what? Well, okay, what's up? Okay.
מה שלומך?
Masloma, how are you? Yeah, how are you to male? So ma, what? And what? Okay, yeah. Okay.
בוא נלך.
Bo nelech. Let's go to male, I think. Yep.
מה שלומך?
Maslomech. How are you? Yeah, I think it's how are you to female. Ooh, bingo. What else?
מה נשמע?
Manishma, that's what's up apparently. Okay, what's up? Manishma. Bonelech. Uh-oh. Let's go maybe to male. Yeah, I think it is. Bonelech. Let's go. Bonelech.
כן.
Yeah.
מה שלומך?
שלומך? Well, how are you? What's up? Are you ready? Ma shlomech. Uh-oh, how are you? What? I'm not sure what's up. How are you? What's wrong? Where are you from? Okay, I think it's it could be the first. What's ma? What? Ma, what's lomech? How are you, ma? What's up? Let's try that. Nah, how are you? Okay, what's the second? How are you? Yeah, I should have.
מה קורה?
Ma kore? Okay, what's going on? Okay. Ma kore?
אני בסדר.
אני בסדר. אני בסדר.
נעים מאוד.
נעים מאוד. Nice to meet you. נעים מאוד.
בוא
נלך. I don't know. Let's go to male, I think. Yep. We got it.
מה שלומך?
Uh-oh. How are you? What's wrong? Where do you live? How are you? Do you have? How are you? I think it's yep.
נעים מאוד.
Na'im me'od. Nice to meet you. Na'im me'od. Me'od? Yeah, I think it's me'od.
אני בסדר.
Ani beseder. I'm fine. Ani beseder. Ani beseder. Ani beseder.
מה שלומך?
Ma shlomech. Ma shlomech. No, what's that? No. How are you to female? There we go.
אני בסדר.
Ani beseder. I'm fine. Would be nice
Makoret.
with some Christian music, Hebrew music in the background. Makoret. Is this the train? No, what's going on? Okay.
מה נשמע?
Manishma, what's up? Oh, anyway, what's up? No. Are you ready? No. What's up? Manishma. What? Nishma. Okay, here.
אני בסדר.
Ani beseder. I'm fine.
מה קורה?
Makore. Is this what's going on? Oh, I think it's that one. Yep. Woohoo.
בוא נלך.
Bonelech, I don't know. So I need to go now. Let's go to mail, I think it is. Woohoo! Bingo.
מזל טוב.
Mazel tov. I heard that. That's like, yeah, congratulations. That's every time they get married. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
אני לא מבין.
I just saw some Hebrew series. Just practicing a little Hebrew. To get more, but it's just how is it called? I can't even remember what it was called, but Stitzel, I think it was. Ani lo mevin. Okay, I don't understand. Ani lo mevin. Okay, ani I lo no. I guess mevin must be understand.
בואי
Or
נלך.
something like that. Bo'inelech. That's a good question. Bo'inelech. I think it's let's go. Bo'inelech. Bo'inelech.
נעים מאוד.
Na'im me'od. Nice to meet you. I want to go to the beach. No. Na'im me'od. I think that must be Na'im me'od. Okay, you're welcome. You are welcome. Alo dava. No, actually, we didn't. Bo'inelech ani lo yoda'at. Ze zaka midai. Ani medaber kesat ivrit. No, that's not. Alo da. I think it's the first one. Oh, alo dava. It's a long time. We had it last time, right?
נעים מאוד.
Na'im me'od. Nice to meet you.
אני לא מבין.
Ani lo mevin. Ani lo mevin. I don't understand. I'm just looking. I think that it must be this one. Ani lo mevin.
אני לא מבינה.
Ali, that sounds like a woman, yeah. I don't understand. It's something, I think it was the ending of the A. I don't understand. Ani lo mevina.
מזל טוב.
Mazel tov. I think I'm saying it better. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
בואי נלך.
Bo'inelech. Bo'inelech. Let's go. No, wait a minute. It's beautiful here. I want to go to the beach. I'm fine. Nope.
אני לא מבינה.
Ani lo mevina. I don't understand as to the female. Ani lo mevina.
מה נשמע?
Manishma. What's up?
מזל טוב.
Masal tov.
בואי נלך.
Bo'inelech. I have no idea. Let's go. Bo'inelech. Okay, let's go.
מה קורה?
Makore. What's going on, maybe? Are you ready? No. Yeah, I think it's Makore. I was a little... It would have been nice with
Ani
the
lo
Hebrew
mevina.
as well. Ani lo mevina. I don't understand in regards to the female. Yeah. Okay, Ani
lo
lo mevin. I don't understand male. Okay. How are you to female? How are you to female? Okay. מה שלומך? איך קוראים לך? מה קרה? איפה את גרה? מה אמרת? I think it's the last one. מה שלומך? Woohoo! 100%.
Shalom.
Shalom. Hello. Goodbye. Peace. Mazel tov. Congratulations. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Ma'amart?
Ma'amart. What did you say to female? Ma'amart.
מה שלומך?
מה שלומך? Oh, how are you, bro? I can't even. What? Maybe it's it's how are you? מה שלומך? To male, how are you?
בואי נלך.
בואי נלך. Okay, what is it? Let's go to female, I think it is. בואי נלך.
מה אמרת?
Oh, ma'amad. What did you say? What's wrong? Ma'amad. What's wrong? What did you say? Oh, we both have what? Ma'amad. What did you say? What's wrong? Is it... I don't know. Amad. What Amad? I think I'm wrong, but I'll try. Yeah, I was wrong. Sorry about that.
מה נשמע?
מה נשמע? But of course, that's the it's the way of, what's up, okay, מה נשמע, what's up, מה נשמע, yeah. Ma'amad. What did you say to female? There we go. Shalom, 100%. אני לא מבין. Uh-oh. אני לא מבין. I don't understand. I think, yeah. Ma'amad. So what did you say? That was the female.
אני לא מבין.
אני לא מבין. I don't understand. Yeah. אני לא מבין. אני לא מבינה. That's female. אני לא מבינה.
מה אמרת?
Ma'amad. What did you say? Female. Yep. Nice to meet you. נעים מאוד. I think it's נעים מאוד. Nice to meet you. נעים מאוד. בוא נלך כל הכבוד. נעים מאוד. תגידי לי. אני תשמע.
מה נשמע?
מה נשמע? What's... that was too quick.
איך קוראים לך?
What's your name? To male. איך קוראים לך?
מה נשמע?
I think I had like a thing where you actually had the most... I still have some things actually in my... I think those things that I had something where you had the... Yeah, anyway, let's see here. Manishma. Where you can just look the words up as you go. I might have deleted it from my... anyway, Manishma. Could you... Is this the boss? What's up? Yeah.
איך קוראים לך?
What's your name? To female. איך קוראים לך?
מה אמרת?
אמרת. What did you say?
איך קוראים לך?
How much does it cost? איך קוראים לך? I think what's your name? איך קוראים לך?
מה שלומך?
מה שלומך? מה שלומך? What's up? How are you? My bad.
מה קורה?
מה קורה? What did you say? Maybe? No, what... It's a little hard. I'm getting a little... what did you say, maybe, to female? No, what's going on?
מה אמרת?
Ma'amata. What did you say? Do you want something to drink? No, I think it's the top one. What did you say to male? Okay, what? Amata.
מה שלומך?
What? שלומך? What? How old? No. Apparently also, how are you? So,
מה קורה?
What קורה? Are you ready? What's going on? What are you from? Uh-oh. Are you ready? No. What's going on?
איך קוראים לך?
איך קוראים לך? What's your name to female? Okay.
מה קורה?
מה קורה? What you know? Yeah, okay. What's going on? Sometimes it seems to just go on the, automatically in my head. What's up? Manishma? I think it's Manishma. Manishma. Ben kama ata, ma'amata, efsha keshbon, zod ha-rekavet le. That's something in
איך
regards.
קוראים לך?
איך קוראים לך? איך קוראים לך? What did you say? Where do you live? What's your name? Could you take my picture, please? איך קוראים לך? What did you say? I think that's... Now, what's your name? Okay, איך קוראים? איך קוראים לך? I do wonder in regards of what...
איך קוראים לך?
Would be nice with some, what the words actually means, because איך קוראים לך? Okay, what's your name? Was it to female? I think, okay, to female.
קוראים לי...
קוראים לי, my name is, okay, קוראים לי.
איך קוראים לך?
איך קוראים לך? What's your name? It must be something in regards of the קוראים then.
מה שלומך?
מה שלומך? How are you? How are you or how old are you? No, how are you? Okay. Ma'amad. Okay, what was that? What did you say? Where do you live? What did you say? Ma'amad? 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 Korim Li, my name. Okay, Korim Li. Korim Li. My name is Korim Li Anos. Korim Li Dakiya. It sounds pretty good in regards to the Hebrew. Korim Li Dakiya. Dakiya. I like that. I like that name. Ma'amata. Yeah, apparently my name in Hebrew means rapist. So I had some Jews that didn't want to call me Anos, because it means rapist apparently in Hebrew or something like that. Anyway, that's what they told me. That's so they, anyway, so yeah. So ma'amata. Are you ready? Is this, what did you say? Oh, I think it was something else. Ma'amata. This is to male this time, but then we have the A again, the A ending. But it wasn't. It's just not easy. This male or female. What did you say to female? What did you say to female? What's up? What's going on? What's wrong? What did you say? No, what's going on? Okay.
איך קוראים לך?
איך קוראים לך? What is something with the name? What's your name? And the question is apparently to male. But then you have the איך קוראים לך. Again, you have to find איך קוראים לך. איך קוראים לך. What's your name? Why is that? That one should be to the female, right? But how does that work? It's really weird, sometimes it's...
מה קורה?
What's going on? Where are you from? How are you ready? What's going on, I think. מה קורה? What's going on? I don't understand. Okay, let's see. אני לא מבינה. Yeah. אני לא מבינה. אני רק מסתכלת. אני רעב. אני מדברת קצת עברית. אני צמא. What did you say to female? Okay. What did you say? מעמד? Maybe מעמד. מאיפה אתה? זה אוטובוס ל... מה השעה? I think it's מעמד. Yes. Korimli, my name is. Yep, there we go.
מאיפה את?
מאיפה את? Where are you from? To female. מאיפה את?
איך קוראים לך?
איך קוראים לך? איך קוראים לך? What did you say to male? Are you ready to order? Are you married? Are you married? Are you ready to? Think it's this one, but איך קוראים לך? What's your name? Okay.
מאיפה אתה?
מאיפה אתה? Where are you from? To male. מאיפה אתה? Let's go to female. בואי נלך. זה יקר מדי. Let's go. אני אין בעיה כאן. בואי זה יקר מדי. I should know this, right? Because we have 80%. בואי נלך. בואי נלך. בואי נלך. No. I think, yeah, okay. בואי נלך. It took a long time to come again. How are you to male? How are you? How are you? מה שלומך? That seems to work.
איפה את גרה?
איפה את גרה? Where do you live? To female. If Mazel tov, Mazel tov, Mazel tov, Mazel tov.
מאיפה את?
מאיפה את? Okay, are you ready to order? מאיפה את? Where are you from? Probably to female. Yeah.
איפה את גרה?
Where do you live? To female. Ma. That was a long time word actually. So we have ma. So did we already?
מה אמרת?
Ma'amata. How are you? What's going on? What did you say? Could be what did you say, I think. Yep.
בת כמה את?
Bad Kamat Art, how old are you? Okay, Bad. I think Bad is like woman, right? Oh, no, not woman. Like a bar mitzvah, right? You know, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. But Kama Art, how old are you?
איפה את גרה?
Maybe I'm wrong. Eifo at Gara. Could you say it?
איפה את גרה?
Eifo at Gara. So Eifo, where are you from, maybe? Where do you live? Where are you from? Where do you live? Okay.
קוראים לי...
my name is קוראים לי.
בן כמה אתה?
Ben kama ata, how old are you? Yeah, that's Ben. So we have Ben and Bad. Yeah, that makes sense in regards of Bad is the young woman and Ben is a young man, as I understand it. Ben's son and Bad. That's what is it? What's the daughter? I think daughter. How are you? To female. Where are you from? To me. How old are you? Yeah. Okay.
מאיפה אתה?
מאיפה אתה? What's going on? Where are you from? מאיפה. מאיפה אתה. אתה must be you, and מאיפה must then be, yeah. What did you say to male? מה אמרת? זה autobus. Let us in regards to autobus. Autobus is the bus, if I remember correctly. את רוצה לצטות משהו? No idea. כמה זה עולה? אתה רוצה לצטות איתי בירה? I think it's the first one. Yep, 100%.
כמה אתה?
Ben kama ata. That we have in regards to the male. How are you? How old are you?
מאיפה אתה?
מאיפה אתה? מאיפה אתה? What did you say? Maybe מאיפה אתה? No. Are you married? Where are you from? How much? I think it's the first. No, where are you from? Okay.
Tagidili.
Tagidili. Tell me. Okay. Tagidili.
But come out.
Tagidili. But kamat. Okay. How old are you? מאיפה אתה? Where are you from? I guess. מאיפה?
איך קוראים לך?
It's a little sad they don't really have the Hebrew as such in it. Oh, there's a long way to actually completing it. I thought it's, well, maybe not that far, but, only a third. That's still a long way. Autoplay the word, show transliteration. What happens if... Okay, then it just doesn't show it. Okay.
איך קוראים לך?
איך קוראים לך? What's your name? Do you have... I guess it's in regards to the name. Okay, איך קוראים לך? איך קוראים לך? Okay.
But kamat.
I think it could have, taken some of the smaller words in the, just to get you to grow in regards of the word. It doesn't really seem to build on it. This is in regards of how old you are. It does build a little, but not, that's... Ben Kamata in regards of how old are you to male? מאיפה אתה? Where are you from, maybe?
איפה את גרה?
איפה את גרה? Where do you... How... No. Where do you live? It must be. איפה את גרה?
איפה אתה גר?
איפה אתה גרה? Where do you... To male, apparently. Okay, אתה. It must be something in regards to the...
איפה את גרה?
Okay, that's a woman, I guess. Where do you live? Yep. So that's the at.
קוראים
לי, my name is, and we have that. תגיד לי, tell me to, okay. תגיד לי, okay.
תגידי לי.
תגידי לי, and that's to female, so that would have...
איפה את גרה?
איפה את, is that female, where do you live? At, okay.
בן כמה אתה?
בן כמה אתה is in regards to how old are you?
מאיפה את?
מאיפה את? מאיפה את? Where are you from, maybe? But, that's the thing with these, Hebrew games or whatever, it doesn't, even if you...
אני בן...
whatever you play in regards to the Hebrew games, you pick a little up here and a little up there. And, growing. Ani ben, I'm years old male. Ani ben, I'm years old. Okay, Ani ben something. Ani ben Stein or Ani... I'm not sure. Tagid li. Tell me, okay.
תגידי לי.
Tagidili.
מאיפה אתה?
מאיפה אתה? Where are you from? To male. I can't remember if it was the... I'm not sure. Are you ready? מאיפה? It's not number 2 at least. Ugh. Are you ready to male? I can't remember. It was like at was woman, right? So, we only have males. Okay, so we pretty much is מאיפה אתה? Where are you from? Are you ready? Where do you live? Yeah, where are you from? Okay.
איפה אתה גר?
איפה אתה גר?
מאיפה את?
מאיפה את? Where are you from? What is that? Are you married? I can't even remember, but it must be female. So where are you from? Or what did you say? Where are you from, I think. Yeah. Where are you from? 2 females. Where we are at. That's the...
אני בן...
אני בן, I'm years old.
איפה אתה גר?
איפה אתה גר? How much does it cost? Where do you live? Do you have? Where do you live, I guess? איפה אתה גר?
אני בן... בן כמה אתה?
בן כמה אתה? Was that male or female? What did you say? Ben? No, how old are you? How old are you, male? Okay. Ata. How old are you to female? That must be... Bat kamad at. Yippee!
אני בת...
And I'm yes, so Annie Bat. We have the woman again.
מאיפה את?
מאיפה את? At was female, I think. Are you ready? No, I think it was this one again. Where are you from? Okay, מאיפה את? Okay.
תגיד לי.
תגיד לי, tell me. תגיד לי.
את נשואה?
Are you married? I think there's something in regard. Maybe it was the Orthodox Jews that they had like something on when they are married. Actually, I think that's a very good idea. It would be nice to see, who's the virgins and not in regards of society. It's just very clever, I think, to have some kind of way to actually see if women are available or not, I have no idea why we don't have that in society, and if you're not available, have like a sign for telling, other men that you're not available. I don't know if we had that in the past. I think we must have had something, I guess, at least, I don't know. But at least we haven't gotten really anything in our days to show if a woman is actually taken or not, It's very sad. It would be nice, or maybe having like something to show that they are available, Maybe a pink, whatever, representing that, yeah, I'm available, you can, looking for a man, that would make it so much easier for a lot of men, instead of, needing to go up to, are you available, do you have a man or not? It's just, anyway, A4 Ataka, how are you? Or show if they are, anyway. I guess we're not that very smart, anyway. A4 Ataka, are you ready to female? A4 Ataka. I can't remember at or ata. I can't remember if that's because if it's ata in regards of female, there's only one. All the rest of males. So are you ready? A4 Ataka must be no. Where do you live? Okay, to male. So okay. אני בן, I'm years old, yes.
תגידי לי.
תגידי לי, tell me. Yeah, tell me, it must be female, I'm not sure. It's not easy, I'm years old, okay, אני בן, okay, that's...
את נשואה?
Okay, are you married? את נשואה.
תגידי לי. תגידי לי. אני לומד.
I'm studying, yeah, great.
אני בת. מה קורה?
מה קורה? Mokore maybe? No, what's going on?
אני לומדת.
אני לומדת. Oh, I'm studying. Oh, okay.
את נשואה?
את נשואה, that's in regards of are you married?
איפה את גרה?
איפה את גרה? Efo at Gara. Well, I'm apparently I'm getting a little. I think my thoughts was going in another direction. I was thinking on, something in regards of, it's just a weird, I guess, a weird thing in regards of Hebrew, where it seems like the women have to be totally, these Orthodox Jews that, have to be totally, it's weird practice. Where it's not allowed to have some hair sticking out or something like that. So Efo at Kara, that must be female, I guess, then. So we have 1, 2, 3 female. I think it's female. What's your name? Efo at Kara. What did you say? Where do you live? Maybe this one. Yep. There's little Efo at Kara. It's a little, still don't.
אני לומדת.
אני לומדת. I'm tired, I'm studying, I guess.
מה קורה?
מה קורה? Okay, what's going on?
את נשואה?
In regards of the married thing.
איפה אתה גר?
איפה אתה גר? Uh-oh, that was in regards to what? Where do you live? Okay.
איך קוראים לך?
Sounds a little like Kurim in regards of writing. Where do you live? What's going on? What is that? What's your name? Can't remember. Where do you live? No, I don't think that's the thing. What's your name, maybe? Yeah. איך קוראים לך?
אני לומד.
אני לומד. I don't understand. אני לומד. I'm studying. Okay, אני לומד.
אתה נשוי?
Are you married? Yeah. Those.
מה קרה?
What's wrong? מה קרה? What's wrong? מה קרה? What's wrong? מה קרה? So
מה זה?
What is that? Masé, what is that? Ose, I think, was pretty used as well. Se, masé, what is that? Okay. Masé.
מה קורה?
מה קורה? Okay, what's going on, מה קורה?
איפה אתה גר?
Uh-oh. Where are you from? No, where do you live? Okay.
תגיד לי.
Anyway, I think I'm going to take a break here, at least for this program. There's a lot of them still left. I guess, at some point I'll get it in regards of ata and ata, and, just continuing. I can take some, Gauss, Hebrew. Let's see how far I've actually gone into that. Let's see if we get, there we go. We get some, we can turn it around here. Seems I've pretty much done all this. Not sure. Oh, it's, but number 2. So I think I need this one. Boom, boom, boom.
Simla.
Simla.
מכנסיים.
What mich?
מכנסיים. מכנסיים.
מכנסיים.
גרביים.
גרביים.
מעיל.
Me'il. Not sure how many of these words is actually found in the Bible, but
חצאית.
Chatza'it.
כובע.
Kova, that's like this. Kova.
חולצה.
Ulsa.
נעליים.
Na'alayim. Yep, great. Let's. What's the
מכנסיים.
Michnasayim? That was. No.
מכנסיים.
Boo! Rul. Oh.
חולצה.
This is just terrible.
גרביים.
Gerabayim. Yay!
שמלה.
Simla.
שמלה.
Not going.
חולצה.
Rulsa. I don't think, but no.
חולצה.
I think I'll just stop for now. I'm getting tired. I think my brain needs a break or something like that. That wasn't really good. And that's the thing. When you get to a point, at some point you just have overflowed your brain. Oops, where's the camera? Don't know. Let's try again. Okay. I guess, it's just, I remember in my, where my brain didn't really have anything. Playing computer games and all that, not really using my brain. It was wonderful. Well, of course, you still had a lot of these, but it was, far from as if, overflowing. And it just seems like when you get to a point and you're learning something new, that something else is thrown out. It's just it's just very annoying. But, okay, let's close this one. What do we have here? Regards of Mohammedanism. Let's not get into that topic. You just. Regards of Jews don't believe in Jesus, right? That's from YouTube. We have Melito of Sardis, just looking for some of the material in regards of the posting. That's actually from Cockrider, so that's probably not the place where I actually got the things. No, there's so much to read. That's in regards of cheese, different cheese. How to, I'm actually not sure if I need that. It seems like I'm reacting to cheese as well, so that's bad. It's very annoying. It just seems most of the fermented things is no-go, it seems, sadly. So sugar and fermented things it's really weird. If, meat only seems to work pretty good. It seems to actually stop the one issue I have. But then I only need to eat meat, and it's not like, meat is okay to eat. But I need to find out, other things in regard. And I'm trying to figure out how I can get a good, diet of variation and all that. But meat, meat like, from cow and from sheep seems to be, really good. In regards of, I need to find out how much a day, if I could get in maybe 3 times a day, just not too much, because I have a way of, eating too much. And then see if I can get other things in that doesn't really react much. But it seems like fermented things seems to, and again, sugar as well. And of course, alcohol. But alcohol is pretty easy to keep away from. Sugar is a lot harder. And if I remember correctly, alcohol is some kind of sugar as well, right? Or something like that. So, but anyway, but sugar is really hard to keep away from. And fermented things seems to Well, I guess that seems to be easy at least. But yeah. In regards of reducing phytic acid, but that is in regards of fermentation, if I remember correctly again. I was looking into grasshoppers. I'm not sure if one can find some good grasshoppers someplace, it's said to be pretty nourishing as well, so they could be pretty, it could be, interesting to try out. Apparently you can get the grasshoppers in different degrees, but the problem is, if we go into this, of course, this is for animals, but you can, I guess some of them should be okay, but, here you have like what is called this European grasshopper. And it's like you have the small versions, you have some bigger ones and a little larger, and then the biggest ones apparently. And you have some desert ones as well. It's like the large one. These are the small ones, mediums, and large and extra large, in regards to this one. I'm not sure if any one of them are, but, they are, according to the Bible, those that have the thing should be good for food, as I understand it. So, so that's, yeah. It's a little, some information on YouTube where you can see Jews are out hunting for these. And, if I was in Jerusalem and there was a lot of these coming by and I knew they were, okay to eat, why not go out and get them, And apparently at some time they, if was it in the morning or something like that, where they could just pick them up, So they could just collect them, Think about how many you could actually collect, Let's see here. What is it called? Let's see if we can. Jews collecting. What are they called? Grasshoppers? It's called something else, but or at least it has another word as well. Grasshoppers. Let's see if they have any of the. Nope. Maybe it's called locust, but I think there was a locust collecting locust. Locust. So that could be interesting. Oh, here, maybe, no. Maybe that's the local residents. No. Let's see here. That's interesting. They say they can use them as food. Yeah, why not? If they are kosher or whatever you want to call it, if they are considered clean. Oh, there we have. That's a big one. Oh, pretty good. I remember when I was walking in Israel and I collected this huge green, not sure, grasshopper or whatever, there's a whole meal in such a thing, I think, huge one, But I'm not sure what it was, but look at that. That could be pretty tasty. Ooh. Yum, yum, yummy.
הנה אחד. הנה עוד שתיים. יש לנו מסורת שאלה החגבים הכשרים ויש להם את כל סימני הטהרה. זה נקרא הרבה המדברי, ולכן גם אפשר לאכול אותם. המסורת הזו בעיקר עברה מיהודי תימן, והעבירו את זה עד אלינו. אז זה חגב הכשר.
The locals say they can use them for food, but the authorities or the government apparently, kill them off by spraying them. So. Now, that seems a little sad because it would be a great food source. It was not that video that I was actually looking for. I remember another video where Jews, Orthodox Jews or something like that, was out, looking for locust. It was very interesting. Because they are eatable, so it is a little interesting that they're not just gathering. I would think the Jews should gather together when there's like free food. Free food of locust. Just gather together, go out and get them. There should be enough for everybody, right? And it's wonderful. Why not, go out and, so, anyway, I think that could be fun if the Jews do understand that they're actually kosher, well, let's get them, right? And it might actually also be healthy, see, invade Israel, oh, maybe that's interesting, let's see that one. Thousands of locusts invade Israel. Still probably not the one that I'm looking for.
After ravaging crops in the Egyptian Nile Valley, swarms of locusts have crossed the border into Israeli territory in the south, Nekmihan and the Gaza Strip. Thousands of the insects traveled from the Sinai Desert into Israel and Gaza, ready to eat every plant on their way. The Israeli Agriculture Ministry is on high alert and is taking steps to combat the locust attack by spraying pesticide. We are going to destroy them. We did it 9 years ago and this is the second time. All too often the Israeli and Palestinian conflict dominate the headlines, but here both are united fighting against.
Apparently it has some problems. Oh well, but in any case, they should be eatable. So they could, just go out and collect. I guess the price should be pretty good as well for some of these. I'm sure some will pay a lot of money for them. Like some of the restaurants. There's one in Jerusalem that sells. And, they might need some, and, you can just collect a lot of them, and, anyway. So I'm just looking into a little in regards of, different alternative foods. They are said to be pretty healthy in regards of, now, of course, it's not all grasshoppers and whatever locusts that you can eat. But some of them apparently are poisonous. So, something to be aware of. So, it's not really much more, I guess, for me. It's getting late as well. I think I'll stop, but it didn't really. I thought this would actually. It's only using 30 kilo, and then it's jumping up. It's weird because I had where it actually used little. I can see it still is using 300, 400 in upload. It hasn't really given me any warning, at least, even if it's using so much upload. It's interesting, I guess. So, I'm down on 62 pages now. I was looking in regards to the cheese thing and all that, but of course, if I can't really eat cheese, it seems like it to have a negative effect on me. And it's probably in regards of the fermentation, I guess. But I was looking into a good cheese thing. Some say this is good and it's cheap and all that. I was looking for something at least. But again, it doesn't really matter if I really, if it's not, if it's actually having a negative impact in regards of, anyway, I'll have to, just trying different things, So, most effective way to reduce, that's 2 same pages, I think, so I can close one of them down, and that is in regards to the fermenting. I'm eating some of the rice, black rice. I said to have a lot of the good things in regards of what is it called? What is it called? I can't remember. In regards of the oxidation and the radicals and all that. It is said to have a lot of good stuff, but it has sugar in it as well. So here we have grasshoppers again. It's the same place. Well, at some point I'll have to check in regards to that. Aviv barley, but pretty much don't have much more to talk about. It would have been nice to finish the Hebrew thing, but I don't think I was like 1/3 of it, so there's like 2/3 left or something like that of that game. And it's 2 other games, and I'm feeling I'm getting a little tired in my head. The symbol games, that was in regards to the symbols, and I still need a little in regards of the punctuations, the angle brackets, the arrow, the asterisk, the backslash, the comma, the dash, the ellipses. Ellipsis, apparently, when there's 3 dots. Exclamation mark, hyphen. I'm just annoyed that I don't know what they're named when you're using question mark, quotation mark, it's like apostrophe, apparently semicolon, and slash, and square brackets, and underscore, and vertical, and at. Oh, it's actually a quiz in it. Oh, interesting. Let's see here. Parentheses. Hyphen. Vertical. Ellipsis. At. Arrow. Exclamation mark. Comma. Question mark. Period. Asterisk. That's actually going pretty good, I think. Quotation mark?
Quotation marks.
Slash. Underscore. Semicolon. Dash. Vertical? No, incorrect. Backslash. Apparently. So the other one is a slash, and that's a backslash. Square brackets. Angle brackets. Hyphen. Apparently. No, that's anywhere. Apostrophe. Apparently. Underscore. Is that like a backslash? Apparently. And a dot. That's period. Asterisk. At. Arrow, ellipsis, quotation, semicolon, parentheses, vertical, asterisk, no, quotation, dash. And there should be just a slash, so we have a backslash and a slash. It's weird, just slash, okay. Slash and a backslash, comma, exclamation mark, hyphen. That's a good question. Apostrophe, question mark, exclamation. Oh no, sorry, quotation mark, of course. Angle brackets and square brackets and at. Oh, well, it doesn't really stop apparently. Oh well, parentheses, square brackets, exclamation mark. Oh, anyway, just had it to just practice some of these. I think I'm, angle brackets, that seems pretty, arrow, asterisk, backslash, comma, dash, ellipsis. I'm not sure what it calls ellipsis. Exclamation mark, hyphen. Seems to be hyphen and... Okay, there's apparently a hyphen. Hyphen. Parentheses, period, question mark, quotation mark, apostrophe, semicolon. And of course the question is how and why they're used. I think I pretty much, let's just get that deleted. Yeah. And I have these 3 that I want to finish and get deleted, and this one, play Hebrew. So that's 4 of them. So I can narrow down the things in regards to the Hebrew as well. Getting some training here and there. We have Hebrew Perfect. We have Devarim. I really liked the Devarim program. That's very nice. You get to have, you need to know the letters of the Hebrew at this point, but it's very nice. It's the biblical words and all that, and minimum. Yes, let's just start. Well, I've shown this before, also even, I think, you have pay, that is mouth. We have ach. What is ach? That's a good question. Not sure. Maybe this one? No. Only, surely, nevertheless. Okay. And we have ma'e. I have no idea what ma'e is either. There's a lot of new words, I'm sure. Shachav. Not sure. No. Okay, Shachav. Anyway, it's a wonderful program. At some point, hopefully, there's a lot of words also in the Aramaic as well. There's some Greek as well and some Latin, but primary is the Hebrew. But I think they could, use some more work in regards to the Aramaic. Then we have drops. That was I bought this by mistake. I should never have paid for it. It was, at that point when I bought it, I thought it was fun and was pretty good and all that, but right after I bought it, they began to make things in the program that I didn't like. So I haven't really used it that much from there, and I should never have paid for it. I think it was much more fun in the past. All these new things that they did to it just ruined it for me. So, and it's more like, it's not the biblical Hebrew, it's more like the standard thing. And you don't really have the... let's try its relation. Hello, so you have that was mishpara, that's the parents.
Horim.
Oh, maybe not. Horim, apparently. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Visual is pretty good and all that, but...
Cola.
Let's see, Abba.
Abba.
Maybe it's also some settings, by the way, in regards of... It just seems to go on and on and on and on and on when with one subject. And as beforehand, there was like a way why you would try to go on, but see here. Oh yeah, okay, that's great. Rate drops 1 star. 1 star. Well. Invite friends and blah blah blah. Restore pursuit. And apparently I now have access to more languages. I only had, Why does it say begin? Okay. Immediate. I wonder if it's actually faster in immediate. Because that might be the problem. I'm not sure. But the thing is, it's like when you had when you went to one of these, it's just outrageous how many times you need to go through it again and again and again. And maybe that's now better. Let's try plant.
Bambuk.
Bambus. Bambuk.
Bambuk.
I have Bambuk. I have the Hebrew. That's nice.
Bambuk.
Okay.
Enough.
Enough. What is that? Branch. Okay. Enough.
Enough.
Okay. Enough.
Enough.
Enough. That's
Enough.
bamboo.
Bambuk. Cactus.
Cactus. Interesting.
Cactus.
That's pretty much the same
Cactus.
name. Bambuk.
Bambuk.
Yeah. Cactus.
Cactus.
It just seems like the last times I've tried, it just keep on going on Perard. That's flower apparently.
Perach.
It just keeps on going and going on the same. So, but maybe it's quicker now. I don't know. Might not be. And you just, it's just slow.
Enough.
And overall, I liked in the past. I don't like what they have done to it. So that's maybe it's just me.
Enough.
Probably just me.
Déchet.
Déchet. Grass. Interesting.
Déchet.
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 And they began to do the animations as well and all that. Didn't like that either.
Bambuk.
So, enough?
Enough.
Cactus.
Cactus.
Let's see how much we have filled.
Asabim.
Asabim. It's herbs, okay.
Asabim. Asabim.
Bambuk.
Bambuk.
Bambuk. Anyway, I personally, here we have an animation, and I think it was much better in the past. Again, I wouldn't have paid for it if I knew they would have made all these changes in it. And just before I bought it, I had it like I could use it like 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day or something like that, or a couple of times a day or something. And that was pretty good for me. And it went in a pretty good flow, It's now it's like you're sitting in the same thing again, just repeating the same things. And the whole build-up is, I think they ruined, personally, I think they ruined it. Anyway, in any case, and I don't have the old version because there are some things that was good in the update, but I think they took the fun out of it, sadly, and it was very enjoyable in regards to fun, and I just think they took the fun out of it. That's pretty much it. Hebrew Perfect is I guess it's not in regards to fun and all that, but it is something I bought. Just that it's still a little hard. Let's see how many. I actually have finished these first 4. but still, it's not easy. You know, I can take one for example, and let's see if I can. And, okay.
תודה.
Thanks.
הוא
Oh, my bad.
של שמע שם
There we no. Some okay.
שלום
You can already see I already have difficult.
מתי
Matai, can't remember. But it's you know it's pretty good. It's just very hard, I think. But you know you learn something for sure, and you have the practice, and you can just
אבא
Abba,
אחת
Arad,
Ish.
Ish. So you have the Hebrew and you have the Nikuts, Aral, Ima, Emet, you know, Isha, Ba, Gam, Dai, Hi, Ram, Kach, Kama, Ken, Kesef, Lavan, Maher,
מהר
and there you go. If you have problems with a word,
מהר
you can push and hear it.
עין
So
עכשיו.
the program is pretty good, I think. But probably I should have used it more. But it's still one of these programs that I can, you know, use for sure. And Devarim as well. In regards of drops, I'm really not. It's there, you know, but there's a lot of the words as well are not, you know, Hebrew perfect is pretty much biblical words, it seems. Devarim is biblical words as well, and that's the focus, you know. We have play Hebrew. That's I have no idea why I paid for that, you know. It doesn't even have the Hebrew, you know. It's just it's you can take the family album and let's see. It's not really clear. Okay, I can't take any one. Oh, apparently, maybe it's because it's clear now, so I can't. Okay, so everyday language, clothes, money, numbers. Of course, it's always nice to know numbers, right? Elif.
1,
I hope. No. Maybe it's 11.
11,
Nope. Elif. What is Elif then? I have no idea.
10,
Maybe. Nope. Oh, Elif. Okay. Okay. 8.
8,
Way. Stein. The problem, you know, I would have liked to see the Hebrew down here. Stein. What is Stein? 4 maybe?
4,
Maybe it's 40. 40.
40,
Or maybe it's 2.
2,
Way. So Abba Esre would be 14, I think.
14,
Tasha. Not sure what that is. Tasha 7 maybe?
7,
Nope. 9.
9,
Yep. Shmonim 80.
80,
Shivim 70.
70,
Shmone Esre.
18,
Oh, that's 10, I think.
10,
No. What's Esrim then? Maybe 20 then.
20,
Oh, then maybe it's 10.
10,
Shishim Not sure. Shishim. Inside. Okay, well, yeah, it's good. But it's not. I don't. Yeah, it's not really made. But again, whatever you do, you practice these things. I guess better than nothing. I guess. They have some daily dose of Hebrew and daily dose of Greek. I think they're using like this old method thing in regards to the Greek, so it's not really. But still, some of the things that they use in Devarim, in regards to what the word is and all that, and also in the Bible programs that I have no idea, and it seems they know in both of these programs that they use it. So, it would be nice to just, Of course, we have some Assyrian in regards of, I'm not sure how much I should actually. I have my mouth full already, so. It's it's maybe I should just drop this in some sense, because that's Aleph, beat, it's a sped, gamel, dalet, he. And that's of course great and all these things, but it just becomes a lot, And Tav, of course, there's only 22, so it's not that bad, but still, and in regards of, it can help a little in regards of accordance, where I have some Aramaic, but hopefully they will make an Hebrew version, and hopefully not, I have no, it's just, it's annoying to need to, relearn new letters, which is actually just the same letters, but just in another way of writing them in some sense. It just get tedious, and I think it's unnecessary. But apparently those that made this module didn't think it was necessary, apparently, to make a Hebrew version. And as you can see, it's pretty slow still and all that, and they probably need to work a lot more on this program. But anyway, now I have the module. I should probably not have bought it, but anyway, now I have it, so... It's still nice to have if I need to look into something in the text. But I'm not sure why they couldn't have made a Hebrew version out of it. It's why wouldn't they make a Hebrew version, instead of all this Aramaic thing, so you need to dig into some of the, I was just getting tired of trying to, learning these and that and whatever, There's enough to learn, Simplifying the things is nice, So I have no idea why they wouldn't have made at least Hebrew letters instead. Maybe not so they could and all that, but at least you should be able quickly to change the letters to Hebrew. But no, apparently not. They did not make a module in Hebrew. Nope, not yet at least. So, what do we have else? We have Nemo Greek. I'm not sure what that is. Of course, it's in regards to Greek. I guess there are some phrases, one could... I'm not going to pay for the program itself, but, some of the, 10 things or 50 things or whatever, see here, agapi or something like that, agapi, antio again, so antio goodbye or goodbye, or adi andio, auto enai vostimo, and you can see I'm already having difficult because again you're trying to remember. It's just it's filling the cup and the cup is overflowing. I see Gaia or something like that. Gaia duo. Maybe there's some. I don't know. Maybe there would be something in Greek that could help me to enjoy. Maybe some Greek movies in regards to the Bible or something like that. I'm not sure what they have in Greek, but something that could. Ego is so. Or is do. Edo. Maybe can we hear how they say it?
Εδώ.
Εδώ or εδώ, something like that. Είναι εντάξει, ενέει, εντασσai. Let's try that.
Είναι εντάξει.
Είναι εντάξει. Είναι εντάξει, okay. Είναι εντάξει. Είναι εντάξει. It doesn't really sound like they have the indaxi. Είναι εντάξει. Okay. Ελληνικά. Ελληνικά. Okay, apparently Greek. Ena is says. See English. Okay, we can. Maybe one can one go actually settings, how to display Greek, word gender, sound effect. I think there was something in regards of see, let's go back here. Memo card, speech studios, indexed. In fact, there was some kind of where you could train it or something. Essential words. Agape. Oh, that's the agape thing. Okay, agape, agori, akrovos, antras. Oh, that was, I guess, in regards of anas, andras. Andras. Yeah, that seems like anas, andras. Anoicto, autois. And of course the thing is that, you can go in and listen if you actually get it, at least a little correctly. Carlos, cafés, karitoi, something like that.
Κορίτσι.
Oh, koritsi. Oh, it's a S, koritsi, okay. Koritsi, mikros. That's a nai. That's yes.
Ναι.
Ne is yes. Okay, that was weird. Ne is yes. Okay, nero, water. Okay. Well, Nero, you wouldn't usually, in regards of the Roman Caesar, in regards of Nero, thinking of fire instead of water, right? Anyway, nostimos. Okay. Nostimos. Όλα εντάξει.
Όλα εντάξει. Όλα εντάξει.
Taxi.
Όλα εντάξει.
Ole taxi. It doesn't seem like you have the in taxi.
Όλα εντάξει.
Oh well, that's weird. Poly, skillos, dog, spitty.
Σπίτι.
Oh well, at least some practice in the Greek. But anyway, I just if I get through these words, I can pretty much delete it as well. Again, I'm not going to pay for it. Just try it out, and I think there was something in regards of. Okay, here we go. Antio.
Αντίο.
Oh, antio. Goodbye. Antio.
Addio.
Andio, apparently. Giazu. Oh, why didn't it?
Yasu.
Yashu. How do you get that to Yashu? Giazu. Yashu.
Yasu.
I have no idea. Soriti.
Με συγχωρείτε.
Misuki.
Με συγχωρείτε. Με συγχωρείτε. Με συγχωρείτε.
Mesikhorite. Excuse me. Oh, that's how you say it. Okay. Misensoriti. Okay.
Με συγχωρείτε.
Mesensoriti. Nay, that was like yes.
Ναι.
Nay, nay, ne.
Ναι.
That was like yes, yeah. At least you remember that. Nostimos. Oh, that was delicious.
Νόστιμος.
Nostimos. Ellenica.
Ελληνικά.
That's Greek. Ellenica.
Ελληνικά.
Ellenica. Endio.
Αντίο.
Oh, adio. Andio?
Αντίο.
Adio. There's no andio? Adio, apparently, okay. Well, adio.
Αντίο.
Adio.
Αντίο.
Nay, that was yes. Ne. Yes, okay. Nostimos was then the delicious
Nostimos.
thing. Nostimos, delicious. Oh, it doesn't have more. How do I actually favorites? Everything. Review what I've seen today. Also, I can take it by topic, for example. Okay. Everything. That was maybe stupid, but oh, you can actually everything. If you only have 10, you can take 50. Oh, I guess a little practice here and there, but I guess it's for later. So if I take that and roll down here, I need to finish that at some point, and then I can delete that as well. So if I could get these 5 completed pretty much at some point, I can delete those and get them away from the phone and focus on other things. Yeah, at some point. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Moving forward, at least, it seems. Still have the biblical programs, different things, but I'm not sure in regards to this. Some of the things I could probably also delete here. Primary still, My Sword Bible is still the primary program. It's wonderful, but I should really get into the Bible again. But it's just using my timer on those things instead of all the rest. Anyway, I think I'll stop now. Just yapping. Yeah, pretty much. Have a good one, all of you. May Jehovah bless you, and Yeshua be that precious pearl, and may the Spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Bye-bye. Shalom.